Social gatherings have been canceled. Food deliveries are in demand. When it comes to education, work, and other group gatherings, most are being offered online services. On the other hand, some government officials are allowing limited number of workforce, such as frontliners, to work to their respective workplaces with strict guidelines to protect themselves from the COVID-19 threat. Hi, this is Teacher Sheila C. of Simple English. We're very concerned about the COVID-19 pandemic. In this third podcast, we will talk about ESL conversations about the COVID-19. We have 4 questions I prepared for this COVID-19 topic, such as, what was your first feeling when you found out about the COVID-19 pandemic? Number 2, what are your activities at home during the quarantine period? Number 3, how can you adapt to the new normal? And number 4, how can the COVID-19 may affect people for the next generation? For you to have an idea, I'll give you a question and answer portion sample of this topic, the COVID-19. Question number 1. What was your first feeling when you found out about the COVID-19 pandemic? As a human, I might be frightened about this pandemic. Most people in my area were hoarding for face masks and bottles of rubbing alcohol. I also saw from the news that a lot of people were stranded from each endpoint of the area. Before those happened, I was in the time when I was about to go outside because of something important, and I was almost aware already that I should wear my thick N95 mask for my health protection. Yet my dad told me already about the enhanced community quarantine newly implemented in our area on that time, as if my world turned upside down in terms of imagining myself staying at home for a very long period of time. As a Christian, I should not be worried about this worldwide problem, so I silently pray to God and leave all my trust to Him. Question number 2. What are your activities at home during the quarantine period? We've never thought that we could be busy during the quarantine period. So we plan of spending time with some activities that we couldn't normally do before the quarantine and now we do, such as making pastries, video blogging, architectural drawing, and gardening. After all, quarantine could also be worthwhile for me and my family. Question number 3. How can you adapt to the new normal? We have to follow basic protocols given by our authorities, such as frequent hand washing, social distancing, wearing personal protective equipment including face masks and face shields when we are going to go outside, and to do stay-at-home activities for as much as possible. Most importantly, we never forget to do our household worship services and stay-at-home church obligations. Question number 4. How can the COVID-19 may affect people for the next generation? It's really hard to fight for a battle with the unseen enemy, as this will be written in the book of history someday. So I think people in the future may be more careful when it comes to taking good care of themselves. Good news, the affordable medicine was being released recently, yet we'll still patiently wait for the vaccine to be discovered soon. Overall, we realize how we value life more than any material wealth in the world, as we may pass this lesson for the next generation to come. How about you? Let me hear something from you, and let me help you to enhance your English. You can pick one question given from items 1 to 4, and to type your answer from the comment section below, either from the FB page, from this post, or from this YouTube video post. That's it. I hope you learned a lot from this third podcast. Keep safe and God bless.